two teams have been playing for more than a century in the heartland of America, and today we're going to settle another chapter in this age-old rivalry where there's a brass bull awaiting the victor. Welcome to Katty Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will take the first swing of the game. Tough, hard-fought game the last time these two met, with Iowa taking a close one.
Yeah, and Iowa making the plays when they needed to make the plays. And listen, I just like watching these two squads, Palmer, because they're very similar. Their DNA is similar. How they build team is similar. Their offenses usually struggle similarly. So it was a nice win a year ago for the Hawkeyes.
And because of that win, David, I think both these teams, they spent a lot of time in ice tubs after the game. The difference is that Iowa did it with a smile on their face, and they're hoping to do that again. They better load those tubs up with ice, because you know this game is going to be physical.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Badgers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
To the air on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
To the air on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bull on a stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to their trophy stand if they win.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got the back over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage trying to throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to check it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense changing the play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. On target over the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers.
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Right down the middle. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got well as he just got rid of the football.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Bringing it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Jones. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions traditions in college football when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give to the back. Across the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas will be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The run from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box scores, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Converts on 4th down, still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball in different wide.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Louisville. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The inside handoff. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Boom. It's caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. He might want another play. They just keep firing. And as he throws, another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive,
hauls it in, the first down and more. He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Badgers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in this situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage and found his open target. Accurate throw and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's and see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets away. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dean. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Out of the backfield, he's open. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. This will likely be the last play of the half. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Well, Players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway.
He'll take a deep shot here. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Wisconsin is pushed out to a big lead as they take command against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, obviously, they can feel the bull heading their way, right? Like starting to take the lead late in the game. This is what they want to do anyways. They want to play bully ball. They want to go get that trophy, Palmer, and finish this with Wisconsin style.
Yeah, David, you're right. Back in Madtown, there's someone right now in the trophy case kind of making some room. They're kind of clearing some space for the big 70-plus pound Heartland trophy. You can feel it all going Wisconsin's way here in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 8 over Washington State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this one. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. They're going to run it. Got a little space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Hand off from the shotgun. Spins away from the defender.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? They do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Under fire. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The quick out. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the left. There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They had their backs against the wall, and suddenly they're a long way from that wall and headed the other direction. To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Badgers are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Dean. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the comeback is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that. But your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and proved me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute some points on the board.
And our new coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
He'll throw on 3rd down. And wings it incomplete.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust them.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Back's got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over South Alabama. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Iowa! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, Wayne turning it on. Gets it past the marker. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Oh, better look out.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the deep.
He's going for the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown! push their record to 5-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll off one deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
To stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Slings it downfield. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. It's now second and goal.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. They got him! It's a sack! Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. It is Wisconsin who will head home with the big brass bowl known as the Heartland Trophy after beating Iowa. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.